Welcome in, all my friends, to Sparkle Haven at Crystal Cove Community Village. My name is Lazy Retired Granny, and I will be your hostess for about the next hour while we sit and do a lot of gabbing about you-know-who, and maybe lay down some drills and show and tell, and we'll see what else happens. Beside me, I have my hot caffeinated breakfast blend coffee with French vanilla creamer, and on the fireplace we have the gingerbread wax from yesterday because I didn't get to have it going too much yesterday because we were on the go. So I am doing the Tuesday square here on the Chuckalong, and I am doing the Christmas at Town Square. That was a gift from Julie S. And I have 4 squares left. So hopefully, if everything goes okay, I will complete this during September. Oh my goodness. So, let me get my light on here. There we go. Get my readers on. And let's see, what am I doing? I lost my key. There it is. This is color 10, which is 322. And color 322 is dark baby blue. So, where to begin on my exciting life with Ellie? So yesterday I had an appointment at 9:45 at Walgreens to get my flu shot. So I did that, and then I came back home, and well, I should say yesterday morning at about 20 till 8, I got a call from the surgeon's office, and they said, Ellie has an appointment on Tuesday. And I thought, oh no, they're going to cancel it or reschedule it. And she said, you are at the top of the list to reschedule if there's a cancellation. And she said, we've had a cancellation, and so we can see her today and do her surgery if you want on Tuesday. And oh my gosh, I about started crying because, well, you know, this has been drawn out long enough, all this drama with her ear. And I said, yes, we can come in today. And she said, okay, come in at 3:45, and the vet will see her and then go from there. Well, I said, okay. So now the vet's office is in Independence, which is, I don't know, probably about 20 miles from me. It's a little tiny town. You blink and you miss it. It has Main Street, and that's about it. I did not see any street lights. There was one stop sign. That was it. So, but I got the instructions on about where it was at, and not that there's a lot, you know, to miss there, but Independence is a little tiny farm country town. Beautiful drive, driving out there, all farm country. Yeah, it's really pretty. And the town itself, I don't think it has any modern buildings in it. It's probably the original building since, the 1900s, when it started. But anyway, so the side streets are a block long. That's it. And oh my goodness. But of course, I knew about where it was at, but everything looks the same to me because all the buildings are old. And so I did find it, no problem. But because the streets are so small and, there's not a lot of parking. Not that they need a lot of parking, but but anyway, I found a parking space. However, it was kind of, it was on one of the side streets. And so we had to walk, about half a block into the vet's office. Ellie has never done that before. And luckily, there's not a lot of traffic, but you still have the sounds that she's not used to. I had a heck of a time getting her out of the car. Yeah, she was being super stubborn. But finally got her out. And I didn't know how she would do walking down the sidewalk there. But we made it. And yeah, the vet's office is in one of the older buildings, and we were greeted when we came in, and we were there early, and so anyway, but we got in early too, so that was nice. We didn't have to wait till our appointment time. But the vet came in, and super, super nice, no rush. She talked slowly to me so I could understand everything. She looked at Ellie's ear, and there wasn't even any question about draining it. She said, well, they've already, drained it a couple times. If it doesn't work, then, surgery. So she told me about the surgery, and they have 2 different surgeries that they can do for this. And one is they put these drain tubes in, but that is not a good success rate. And plus, they got to have these drain tubes in and blah, blah, blah. She said, no, we're not doing that. She said, however, the second surgery is more it's a little bit more expensive, but it won't come back. Hopefully. Hopefully shouldn't have to do this again. But what they do is they go in and they make these little slits in their ear flap, and they drain the ear, get all that out, and everything that's in there, and then I guess she said they wrap it, and I'm just gonna put in these ABs real quick. Yeah, and then she has a follow-up where they take the staples out. They staple it closed, and then that closes the, you know, where this is at, so that no blood can get in there or whatever it is. And then that's that. But the kicker to the whole thing is this ear infection that she got. And she said, well, I said, you're going to put this wrap on her head. How in the world am I going to treat the ear infection? And, you know, all this gunk's coming out of her ear from the ear infection. And, I mean, it's just a train wreck right now. And she said, well, what we can do is they can put a little hole where, you know, I put the medicine in and all that. But the problem is this medicine, when you put it in to clean it, they're supposed to shake their head. Well, I don't think we want her shaking her head, you know, without a surgery. And then you got to put this other stuff in, and she said, but what we can do, since we're treating the ear infection also, they have some kind of treatment they can do during the surgery, and they put ear meds in there, or so. I'm not really for sure. I can't explain it, but anyway, that gets rid of the ear infection. And then that way I do not have to put the medicine in, and we don't have to go through all of that. They don't have to cut a hole in there and all that stuff. So now that does cost about $60 more, but I said, okay, you know, that's fine. But now I got all this ear medicine, you know, that I had to pay for. I mean, we still got, she used what, 5 days worth, so, which we're about halfway done with the treatment. So, but I do have the ear cleaner, so that's good. I can use that to clean her ears, so that's a good thing. So she explained the surgery, and she said the cost on it, yeah, we're still up there in the big numbers for this, just because we've got, she said it kind of depends on how long the surgery lasts, how bad that is, And if everything goes according to plan. So, and then the extra for her ear meds. So, but that's okay. That is fine with me. Just get it done. Get her back to normal. So she's got to wear this ear wrap for a while. And hopefully it doesn't fall off, or I'm not for sure what they put on her. So we go this morning. We have to be there at 8:15. And then they will do the surgery. And then she said I would be able to pick her up between, she said probably between 2 and 4. So yeah, I'll be making a couple trips into the big town of Independence, Oregon. So yeah, so we got home. I got Ellie all settled. She didn't want to get out of the car. I think what it is her balance is off, you know, between her ear and now her ear infection. Yeah, so I got her all settled, and then I'm hoping that I do have care credit. So I can put this all on my care credit and make monthly payments, which is a good thing. But the lady at the desk said that anything over $200, they can hopefully give a choice between 6 and 12 months to pay it off interest-free. So I'm hoping it's the 12 months because oops, I missed one there. But yeah, because I don't want to pay interest. So yeah, so I kind of figured out my budget, and you know, I'm okay with it. No extras during this, which is fine. I don't need any extras. I'm blessed with enough to keep me busy. Thanks to all of you. I just gotta, you know how it is when you got bills. Luckily, the only credit card I have is my care credit, and from her last bill, I got that paid off right away. I used it, paid it off as soon as the thing went through. So we're good to go there. And but you know, I mean, $200 a month that's a pretty good chunk of change for me. So, but I was so happy when she said, yep, we'll do the surgery tomorrow. And she said, let me make sure that they kept her saved her place for surgery. So she went and checked, and she goes, yep, they saved it for you. So we can do it tomorrow. And it was so funny because she did an exam of Ellie, and the exam rooms are super, super duper small. And yeah, there's not a lot of room to move around in there. And of course, Ellie was had to sniff the vet, and then it was funny because, and Julie, I'm sure you'll relate to this, that she kind of went up to the vet and sniffed her a little bit, and then came back to me, and back to the vet, and the vet was talking to me the whole time. And then she went back up to the vet, and then the vet said, oh, thank you for the kisses. So she was kissing the vet's hand. So she was good to go. And that's what we do with Ellie. Just let her make her decisions, whether she likes somebody or not. And yeah, so she liked the vet, so that was a good thing. And so then, and of course, Ellie's a big dog, so she can't be up on the examining table. And so the vet got down to Ellie and said, okay, Ellie, let me look at your teeth. And she goes, oh, you've got pearly whites. You just had them cleaned, I can tell. And she was talking to Ellie, and of course she's down at Ellie's level, so Ellie kept trying to kiss her, and I told the vet, she's got her liquor license, be prepared. And I said, if she likes you, she's going to give you lots of kisses. And Ellie did. So, but I was standing right next to Ellie, and I was in the corner. And the vet said, okay, Ellie, I need to check your belly. Well, Ellie was up against the wall, and she tried to roll over, or, lay down. She started laying down, and she started to roll over. She thought she was going to get belly rubs. And I said, you said the magic word, belly. She knows that, that means belly rubs. But Ellie couldn't roll over because she was right next to the wall and right next to me. So I started to move, and so oh my gosh. So I know that Ellie felt confident with the vet, because they won't roll over on their back if they don't like somebody. So, but yeah, Ellie thought she was going to get free belly rubs. And she tried to give Ellie a little belly rub while she was sitting up, because she couldn't lay down. And the vet laughed. It's like, okay. She was saying, but she said, oh my gosh, she said, she is a little sweetheart. And, most people are kind of standoffish a little bit with bigger dogs. Not that a vet would be, but I think they're more cautious with the bigger dog. It's those little ones you have to watch out for. But when the vet came in, and I said, she doesn't bark, she doesn't bite. I said she's a very calm dog, and yeah, so I think Ellie going up to her and giving her kisses on her hand, that just sealed the deal. But yeah, she said, oh my gosh, she is such a sweetheart. And, I said, yeah, she'll just stand there like a statue and let you do whatever you have to do. She doesn't resist anything. She just kind of knows that you're there to help her. But yeah, she was excellent, as always. But boy, I tell you, that tail she was giving the people in the room next door secret messages, because it was a banging on the wall. It gets to going and you can't even talk over it. It's so loud. Yeah, so if you don't have your have to habits in, get those in as soon as possible. Otherwise, they will probably wait till next week. Well, I think, no, well, actually what today is just, who knows what today's going to be. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop her off and then come home. And I'll start the video of the have to habits and then finish the video tomorrow night. So go ahead and get your have to habits in. And then we're having internet issues again. And so I'll do the video and then upload it when I get up in the morning. So depending on how long that takes, the have to habits might be a little bit later than usual. Yeah, it's going to be hit and miss here for a couple days. We'll see how everything goes. So V, you can do a live today. I'll be off the airwaves. Yeah, so we'll probably leave here about 7:30. I don't know how the West Salem traffic's going to be. And then I do know that we have to get on the Highway 22, which can be very, very busy. And the on-ramp to get on it, oh, it's a nightmare. You don't get a lot of room to merge into traffic. And yeah, it does make me nervous. But at least it's going to be light out. So that's always a good thing. I don't do so well in the dark. So this is turning out well to do it now, so I don't have to, you know, before we go on the new time and it gets dark so early. And so yeah, and I did before I started the video, and I posted a post about Ellie, and I did go in and like and heart your comments. I do appreciate all your well wishes and prayers for Ellie today and tomorrow. So just know I did read them all, and I'm just saying to everybody that responded, we really appreciate it. So there, let's see, what else? Yeah, that's about all the excitement here. So yeah, I just hope her recovery is good. I know when she had her teeth done, it took her a little bit longer to bounce back. You know, she's 11, so I'm hoping she feels good and all that. So I don't know if they'll give her another prescription. I do have a lot of prescriptions here, and I told her everything that I had. So I still got plenty of that. So we'll see if she needs any more when she gets done with surgery. She doesn't get any breakfast this morning. Yeah, they don't want them eating after midnight, so she's gonna think, what in the world? Why aren't you giving me my chicken this morning? She's still snoozing over there. Yeah, now that I know what the parking's like there, I'm hoping that, oh, I missed one there. I can park right in front of the vet's office. Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah, then we don't have to, mainly when I go to pick her up, I'm hoping that I get someplace right out front. Come on. Okay, let's do some no, not have to have it, some show and tell. Let's see what we got in there. Actually, before we start that, I'm going to warm up my coffee because I forgot to do that before I started this video. So I'll be right back. Did I say the date and time at the beginning of the video? I can't even remember. But it is the 23rd of September, 2025. The time right now is 4:12 a.m. here in very dark Salem, Oregon. I had to open up the door because it was getting warm in here. Whew. I was working up the sweat doing this video. So, and I wanted to say, Miss Bell, you sent me in your gift package to me this little pink bag. And I will tell you, I used this to go to the vet yesterday, which was perfect because it's pink. And what I did is I wanted to take all of Ellie's meds with me, and they fit perfect in this bag. And so, yeah, I could just have those with me and show the vet everything that she's on, what she has left, and all that. Yeah, so that was nice. It came in handy already. And I think for right now, I'm going to just keep those in there. Okay, so got that updated. So let's do some show and tell. Maybe. There we go. Turn off the light. And let me get the emails up on my computer. Oh my gosh, look at all the have-to-have-its. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, you guys have been busy. Bye. Okay, so let's get to... Okay, Iona is going to be first up. Oh no, I got the hiccups. And this is her Chuckalong progress pic. And she sent this yesterday, but the picture didn't come through. So here's her picture. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. That is going to be beautiful when it's completed. Very, very pretty. Yeah, and even if you don't complete it, that's okay. It's not a race. You're still entered. Okay. Next up is Peggy B. And she says, "Hi, Granny and community. This is my halfway point, sort of my canvas for Drills and Chills. It's from Painted Mauve, and the artist is Ariane Hope. I think I pronounced that right. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at those colors. Wow, that's a poppin' and a sizzling. And Julie, we got 2 little kitties right there. Wow, that is stunning. The full moon. And all those oranges. Oh, we got a cobblestone. I like that. And Susan D sent a Chuckalong update, and she says, here's the last update on my Chuckalong red covered bridge. Next pick will be my completion. Yep, she's just about done. That is stunning. That is so pretty. I can hardly wait to see everybody's completions on here. And Mike, he says, spooky Great Britain foods. Ooh, let's see what's over there. Scream cookies and creams. I love cookies and cream. Yummy. Deliciously spooky scream. I don't know if we have that over here. I don't go down the aisle for that. Okay, who else? And then he sent another picture, and he says, posh. Now, I don't know if these are things that he's purchased. It kind of looks like it because he's got a background to it, but look at that. Where did you order those from, Mike? That's different. Let me just double check. Oh, it's Temu. Oh, it's a Temu. Oh no, those are interesting. No, I don't think that must be from a Temu ad. I don't think that's his canvas. I don't think he does ones that big. That's interesting. And he said, not sure if true or not, LOL. And he got this from the Wales Online. American giant Chuck E. Cheese confirms it's coming to the UK. I've been to Chuck E. Cheese twice. And it was for my grandkids' birthdays. Oh my gosh, it is so noisy. Oh, they have for the birthday parties, and there could be like 20 birthday parties all going at the same time. And they have the birthday kids get up and do things and whatnot. And oh my gosh, I mean, it is just one thing after another. It's too busy for me. And there was when we've gone, there were just so many people in there. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Of course, that was pre-COVID, so it's been a while. Because it's geared, I think, more towards smaller kids. So, yeah. Quite the place. Okay. And I'm not a big fan of their pizzas, so, yeah. Okay, let's get over to our gab session. And there's not a lot in here. Let me just do a refresh. Because I did go through and heart all the well wishes for Ellie today from my update that I gave. And I do appreciate all of we'd be here all day if I read all of those. So just know that I do appreciate all of you. You know, Ellie is a big part of our channel here. And I wish all of you would share more of your pets and let us know what your pets are doing, because Ellie wants to know. Oh, my coffee's really hot. All right, so let's get to our gab. And these are all from the whip and chat that we did, I believe, yesterday. Miss Bell, good morning, sunshine. I am finished running my errands and home listening to you. Your picture is so beautiful and sparkly. Your pumpkins are beautiful. It's an honor to diamond paint with you. No, Miss Bell, I am so excited to be laying down drills with you. I think you have another phrase that you use. Sorry, I just can't remember what you say, but it's really cute. I always say laying down drills. I can't remember what she says now. Oh, well. And then Margie, great whip and gab, and love everyone's pics that were sent in. For the wish I could have it, I was thinking wish list, waiting on restocks, archive, whatever you wish you could have, but for whatever current reason, you can't. Thanks for sharing. Best of luck to Ellie and you. Hugs for both. Okay, so, because that was Margie's idea on that, so let me write this down, because this is going to be transferred probably, well, no, we can, because that's I think this is going to be our special project books. I can never remember, because we have our weekend retreat book. And all right, so she says, so we're getting more instructions here, because this is Margie's idea. So she says it could be from your wish list, restocks, archived. I see, we got a theme going here. So you're waiting for canvases. All right, Margie, we got that down. So that starts this Thursday. Well, let's start it next week. I think it'll be calmer for me next week. Okay. So, those, should be into me by Wednesday. So I can do the video Wednesday and get it up for Thursday morning. So let's start that. Yeah, that'll be perfect, because we'll be in October. We can start that. So that'll start October 2nd. And hold on a minute. Oh my gosh, did I miss a birthday? I did. I am so sorry, Jill. Oh my gosh. You know, sometimes my brain does not function. Let's do this quick. Oh my gosh, Jill. I am so sorry. Okay, everybody sing happy birthday to Jill, even though it's a day late. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to our good friend Jill. Happy birthday to you and many more. There we go. I hope you had a very good day, Jill. And I'm sure the villagers will pipe in here and say happy birthday to you. Belated birthday. Oh my gosh. I just completely forgot to look at the calendar yesterday before I started filming. Oh. Okay. All right, so this will be starting October. We have a new thing on our agenda. Okay. And then Angela said, some beautiful canvases. The whip and gab was great. Thanks for sharing. Okay. All right. Sparkle and Chill. Now, she's the one that I did mention in yesterday's video that I started watching her. And she said, hi, thank you for the shout out. To answer your question, I am in the Portland area. Okay, now Portland is about, I don't know, 45 minutes from me, depending on traffic, could be hours. And I will be working remote. Thankfully, I do all kinds of painting, but yes, I do a lot of budget kits, but have a steady stash of DAC kits. I kind of got hooked with my first one. Again, thank you for your kind words. It means a lot to me. Well, that's good. Now, see, I haven't watched all of her videos yet, so not for sure what's in her stash. So that's good to know. She's moving on up. And I'm glad you don't have to move up to Seattle and you're going to stay in Oregon. So yeah, if you haven't checked out her channel, I have her link in yesterday's video. Yeah, I got to get busy and get back to her videos. Okay, I think that's it for our gab session. Alrighty, so like I said, no live tonight. I won't be home because I'll be picking up Ellie from the surgeon, and of course when we get home I'll want to sit with her and all that good stuff. So and then today once I drop her off, I'm coming home and doing some diamond painting. That'll keep me busy, watching some videos and all that good stuff. So and hopefully my brain will be doing okay. Talking of which, I think she just woke up. I hear her over there. I might ask them about her toenails if she needs those clipped while she's under. Although she just had them, when was that? It's only been a couple weeks since she had them clipped, so. She's giving her secret message to all of you. Oh, something else I forgot to tell you. the other day, and I had these sitting here, and I keep forgetting to say anything. The other day, I was going through my gift stash because, you know, it's important for me to do my gifts. And but I've got my gifts beside me and then on a shelf behind me, and I got to remember everything that's up there. But yeah, when I got another Christmas one, and this is from Miss Southern Belle, and she gifted me this one. It's called Christmas Trees from Diamond Dots. And let me get my light up here so you can see this. So this is going into my Christmas to-do. Isn't that pretty? Now I do believe, I think this is a partial. Yeah, so you do the truck and the trees. So that is going in to my projects for Christmas time, for the weekend retreat. And then while I was up there, Yvette sent this to me, and I looked at it and I thought, you know, this could be fall or it could be spring, you know, early fall maybe. Just because of the colors, and you know that I was wanting this canvas. I'm gonna keep you in suspense. And my Hobby Lobby, I think is where this came from, was out of it, and I passed on it the first, you know, when I first saw it. And then all, you know, quite a few of you got the canvas, did it, and I thought, oh, I wish I would have had that. You know, I had to have it. And of course, it was sold out. And Yvette was kind enough to send this to me for my birthday. And that is The Winding Road. Now, I want to show you this. And get my light back up here because I put it down for some reason. I wish you could see that. And this is a full canvas. Let me get it out because I want to show you my reasoning behind this. You know, I got to justify whatever I do. Hey, it is noisy out there with traffic at 4:30 in the morning. All right, let me show you this. Got to get this laid out because this is going to be part of the fall scene. But now you can't see it on here because I love these kind of canvases because I have seen the completion on it. These colors in this are some fall colors, like down in here. Now here's my thinking on this canvas. All right, there's the pink cherry blossoms, but just the colors of it reminds me of fall, even though this could be spring. You know, I don't need an excuse to lay down drills, but yeah, I really like this. So I'm going to try to get this in the mix for the next few months for the weekend retreat. So if you guys have this, let me know if you haven't completed it yet. But see how the trees are kind of getting bare? So that kind of reminds me that, oh, the trees are, you know, the cherry blossoms are fading away. We're coming to a new season. But we'll see. We'll see how I do on this. If I don't get it done during this year, you know what? I've always got the springtime. But I did bring this one down so that I can remember that I'm going to get this done. I know it's a stretch of my imagination on this one, but you know that I've been oohing and ahhing over this. But let me know what you think. Give me your honest opinion. Should I wait till spring? Although our cherry blossoms aren't until, oh my gosh, when was that last year that we started getting those in? I can't remember. So I did want to share that with you, that I'm still looking at gifts that you were so generous in gifting to me. I wish I could do them all at the same time, but I can't. And I'm also kind of thinking that Gobble Gobble one that I purchased for the Gobble Gobble month, I'm almost thinking of putting that aside and trying to find something else that was gifted to me, because I really want to do all the gifts that I got, which I'm doing pretty good on. I'm slowly making my way through these, and then, but during the Christmas time are not gifts for the weekend retreat, because those are all ones that I got at Hobby Lobby. So I'm just kind of thinking through all of that. So yeah, so I need to go through those and just see if there's another one that fits the Gobble Gobble. So we'll see. We'll see on that. So with that, I rambled on long enough here. So as always, enjoy God's gifts for today and every day. And that light is right in my eyes. Count your blessings. And I must say, I'm counting mine today. And I know that everything happens for a reason, and it will work out just fine. You know, I'm good to go with all of Ellie's things here. So anyway, yeah, so count all your blessings, be blessed, give blessings, and have a blessed day, and I will chat with you later.